Another SEC school that I'm about to talk about right here. It's going to be the defending champs, the Georgia Bulldogs. A lot of people are probably going to say that, well, Georgia's defense is not going to be as good. It might not be good at all because their defensive starters are leaving. Well, I hate to disagree, but I love to disagree as well. Kirby Smart is a guru when it comes to recruiting players, specifically on the defensive side of the football. I know you're losing Dean, you're losing all these guys like Jordan Davis, but that you gotta imagine that man has some kind of talent there to replace what he's losing. And the thing about it is, unless it's Alabama or even Ohio State, it's a situation where you're dealing with a team that doesn't just recruit, they reload. Meaning they got their starters gone, no big deal. We'll just put this guy here, put this guy over here, we'll put this guy over here. He'll tackle, he'll intercept the passes, he'll knock the ball away, he'll sack the quarterback. It don't matter, he's a no name, but he's gonna get a name at some point. You know, meaning, yeah, they're losing starters, but they'll probably have guys that are just as good, if not better. And you guys know how good the Georgia defense was when they shut down Alabama's offense for most of that game. Honestly, I don't expect anything different at the defense. I think it might be better. Most likely it will be better. I don't think it's going to have a drop-off here, you know, defensively. Offensively, about the same. Running the football a lot. You might have Stetson Bennett throw the football 15, 20 times a game. Running the football will be very good. I think they might be a little bit better running the football than what they were. I don't know exactly how much they had averaging in terms of rushing yards and stuff, but I'm sure that it could be better. I think you'll see more of the same from Georgia because they simply got the best players in the country. Unless you go to, like I said, Bama or Ohio State, maybe Clemson in terms of talent, you know, not in terms of winning percentage or anything like that, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, Georgia should do about the same. I think the only team that on the regular schedule that's going to give them a hard time will be Florida. Everybody else they should be able to beat, you know, without being in deep, deep trouble. Oregon does not have the talent to beat Georgia in Georgia. I know Auburn is good, but they're not at the same level as Georgia right now, and they're not going to be anytime soon. There's Kentucky, no. Tennessee, no. I might talk about them at some point. There's Missouri, no, not Mizzou, no, good grief, no. South Carolina, no, but they might give them a hard time just because I have a feeling about that game, but not to the point where they beat them like they got lucky with 3 years ago. Georgia Tech, nah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, so I think Georgia will make the college football playoff again. As far as them winning the whole thing, I don't know. There's Alabama, there's Ohio State, who I think are two teams that are destined to win the whole thing, possibly. So while it's very possible Georgia can win it all, and if they win it all again, just like they did this past year when I said they could, it wouldn't surprise me. But I think no more than a playoff spot, that's being realistic. No less than a big bowl game at 1 or 2 losses, with a loss possible to Florida, because they're going to be a lot better than what they were this past year. But I still think they'll beat Florida. I just think it'll be a competitive game, much like those two just like the game they had in 2019 where it was real close and it came down to one play. They couldn't stop Georgia offensively on 3rd down, and they were able to run the clock out because they were up by like a touchdown or whatever, something like that. So that's just my opinion.